How did you feel about the trade?
Yeah.
Go on. Well, I mean, the big ticket everybody should know. John Wall from the Washington Wizards in a swap, pretty much a contract swap. There was a draft pick involved, future pick. But John Wall swapped for Russell Westbrook, Houston, and the Washington Wizards. Massive news, honestly. I was kind of taken aback by it. Like, I felt like John Wall might have been on the trade, sort of. He was in rumors, but then Westbrook, he's not a great fit with Harden.
Yeah.
And so Houston decided to go a different direction. I respect it. I mean, there's definitely issues to sort out with both teams that fit even as is. Yeah. Apparently Harden wanted John Wall.
Yeah.
And as somebody, I wish I could shout out their name, but somebody on social media said James Harden's just swiping right on every point guard in the league.
Yeah.
So shout out to James Harden doing his thing.
Yeah.
Running things.
I love that he's just rejected all the top point guards in the league.
God. Like Chris Paul, you would have thought was a great fit with him.
Yeah.
But I mean, the personality clash wasn't amazing.
Yeah.
Chris Paul is a pretty hardcore dude. Very passionate, very competitive. To be fair, in the playoffs, sometimes James doesn't have that passion. But we'll get to Houston. But
next week. We'll get to Houston next week.
Next week, we'll leave that one. But basically, they swapped point guards. It's an interesting fit with Washington. How did you feel about the trade?
Yeah.
Go on.
I think it's just like swapping like for like, isn't it?
Kind of. Follow for follow.
All it is, John Wall's a better shooter. He's a better jump shooter.
Yeah.
But was that the right move for either team? I think Wall is a more willing passer of the ball. Absolutely. Even though Westbrook averages 10 assists, you need to watch Westbrook play to understand how he does that. A lot of it is off the back of his play where he'll take a dribble and take a guy one-on-one and then at the last minute just throw a ball.
It's watching Westbrook can be exciting. It can also be excruciating, frustrating. Yeah. There's a lot of adjectives you could throw out there. But I mean, fascinating this season is an adjective I would use to describe the Westbrook-Beal dynamic. It's funny because just for Washington's side of things, and we'll get into them since we're talking about the East today, I didn't like the team before they traded. And now there's a switch in my brain where I'm like, I could watch this team. Like, it's a league pass team because it's just like Westbrook and Beal. They have the young guys. It seems like it could be volatile. It could be exciting.
Yeah, that's the thing. I'm curious as to Beal's fit with Westbrook.
Yeah.
Beal and John Wall had a lot of issues in the past where they both wanted that primary ball handler role.
Yeah.
And now you've got a guy that demands like 60% possession of the ball.
He wants to be the man.
He wants to be the guy.
He does.
Beal had 30 points last year.
Yeah.
So how do you fit Russell Westbrook into that system? And especially now with Danny Avdija, who's also a guy that can bring the ball up the court and take primary possession. So I don't really know what Washington's planning to do, how they're planning on operating their system over there, but they must have some idea because they also threw in a first-round pick. So it's lottery protected. But,
interesting.
Trading for a guy that has no jump shot, that's a worry.
He's it's just I mean, Washington's done some questionable stuff recently in recent years. Not even just contract wise, but draft picks, trades. Like, do you remember Jan Vesely for the Wizards?
I do.
That was a questionable pick.
That was
among other decisions. But like the Wizards taking a chance on Westbrook because of the money. It's not like there's a lot of suitors. They probably wanted to go a different direction, maybe get off of the fact that Wall's got an Achilles injury and he might be sunk investment. I don't know if that's the right financial term, but we'll go with it because he's owed like $44 million. I should have his contract up, but he's owed a lot of money.
His contract up to see what he's worth.
And
I think it is. I think it's around the 40 mil mark.
It's like 43. And he's just getting a lot of money for somebody who could be a sunk cost. And I think they wanted to swap it for something else that might be more valuable. So 2021, 41 million. Next season, 44 million. Next season, 47. So almost 47.
22, 23, almost $50 million on the books.
Which is a player option. I mean, I'll go ahead and say he's going to pick that up. That's a bold prediction. First hot take of episode 2. But yeah, I mean, what did you think for Houston?
I think it's good for James Harden.
Yeah.
It means more for James Harden. And we don't know what John Wall's going to be this year.
True. It's very unknown.
What kind of player is John Wall going to be?
Yeah. No, I agree.
Yeah. So it's interesting. I'm curious.